That morning had started off to a normal day. The sun shined through my window, lighting up my room and flat. I got out of bed, made myself a hot cup of tea, and then I sat down reading the local newspaper. It was at that moment, on that Sunday morning, my life completely changed. First, a screech, then a bang, then a scream. I knew it. There was no other way of putting it. An oncoming truck had hit Renee. I ran out to find her lying on her back, screaming with pain. I was in complete shock. The woman I loved lay here right in front of me, death ringing, and there was nothing I could do. The ambulance eventually came and took Renee to hospital. There I was to spend the next 4 days not moving from her side and constantly being told bad news. The doctor couldn't help her anymore. Renee was on her deathbed. Then, yesterday, the doctor came in and did a few checks. He smiled at me and I smiled back. Renee was finally on her way out, even though she was almost pronounced dead. I thought that now that she was on her way to recovery, I would go home, get changed, and relax a bit. I took my first step into my flat, and within minutes the phone rang. It was the doctor from the hospital. Nothing could have prepared anyone for the news that was said to me by the doctor this morning. I couldn't have done anything. Renee was dead. There was no point in going back to the hospital, but I did anyway. There she was, dead, without any movement. I was speechless, tears running down the side of my cheek. I began to feel as if my heart had completely ripped into 2 pieces. I was depressed. Death was my worst enemy, where my lover had been defeated by it. I came back home, and here I am, writing my last ever diary entry. On my way up to my flat, I went to go see Paloma. She was crying, without any speech, but constantly trying to film and moving around the flats. All she did was give me an envelope from Renee that had a letter in it. She had been given it by Renee during her very short phase of recovery. In it, this is what it said. Belief that life is worth living, and your belief will help create that fact. She knew she was going to die. She wouldn't have written the letter if she had life in her. Renee died for a reason. She died because of love. And tonight I go join her. I am willing to die for my lover, for the love we had between us, so I leave you with only this to say. A man who can't die for something is not fit to live.